Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and fucking Kick channels. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're gonna continue. Hopefully, this is the last what's it called? The last stream? Not the last stream, but like hopefully I complete the Python, the last part. Anyways, we're gonna do the quiz part of learning to code in Python, and then we're gonna move on to the second course, and then third, and so on and so on. So this is not the last stream, but hopefully this is the last stream um, in learning to code in Python, because we have to do number 14 right here, quiz. Let's see the leaderboard. I'm number 3. 25 league daily league members, I guess. Your position 9 of 25 league members. Top league members. Okay. Alright, dashboard. Continue learning. Alright, the Zen of Python. You're on assignment part 1 of 4. Tim Peters, a long time Pythonista described the guiding principle of Python in his famous short piece, The Zen of Python. Beautiful is better than ugly. Explicit is better than implicit. Simple is better than complex. Complex is better than complicated. Why do you gotta make things complicated? Okay. Avril Lavigne. Okay, flat is better than nested. Sparse is better than dense. Readability counts. Special cases aren't special enough to break the rules. Although practicality beats purity. Errors should never pass silently, unless explicitly silenced. In the face of ambiguity, refuse the temptation to guess. There should be one, and preferably only one, obvious way to do it, although that way may not be obvious at first unless you're Dutch. Now is better than ever, although never is often better than right now. If the implementation is hard to explain, it's a bad idea. If the implementation is easy to explain, it may be a good idea. Namespaces are one honking great idea. Let's do more of those. Alright. So, simple is better than complex. Simple is better than complex. Ooh, good song. Again. Take me home, country roads. Let me put the volume up a bit for this. For me. Because you guys can't hear it, right? Right? You guys shouldn't be able to hear it. Okay. Copyrighted. Strike! Alright, same shit. It's okay for special cases to break the rules. True? No? Okay. I hate poems, just so you know. An implementation that's easy to explain is a good idea. Always. No? Never? Implementation that's easy. Never? Maybe? Whatever. There should be one way to accomplish a task. But no, there's several ways. Anyways, why Python? Here are some reasons we think Python is a future-proof choice for developers. Easy to read and write, Python reads like plain English due to its simple syntax. Is a great choice for implementing advanced concepts like AI. This is arguably Python's best feature. Popular. According to the Stack Overflow Developer Survey, Python is the 4th most popular coding. Why is this underlined? Programming, scripting, and markup languages. This is Stack Overflow. After more than a decade of steady growth, Python's adoption has accelerated significantly. It saw a 7% point increase from 2024 to 2025. This speaks to its ability to be the go-to language for AI, data science, and back-end development. Which program? Oh wait, you guys can't see it, huh? Let me increase it to 200%. There we go. I was reading this over here. Custom. Okay, whatever. Alright, this is stackoverflow.co. Technology. Okay. Each year we explore tools and technologies developers are currently using and the ones they want to use. This year we included new questions about embedded technology tools in industry, source community, vetted technology options. Okay, most popular technologies. All respondents, professional developers learn to code. Professionals that use excuse me, I shouldn't speak while I'm yawning. Professionals that use AI, learners that use blah blah blah. Anyways, which programming, scripting, and markup language have you done extensive development work in over the past year, and which do you want to work in over the next year? If you both worked with the language and want to continue to do so, please check both boxes in that row. Oh, another good song. Gotta Give It Up by Marvin Gaye. Me, 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 me. You know what I'm listening to. JavaScript, HTML, Squirrel, Python. Okay. Bash, Shell, TypeScript, Java, C Sharp is behind Java. C++ is behind C Sharp, PowerShell, C, PHP, Go, Rust, Kotlin, Lua, Assembly, Ruby, Dart, Swift, R, Groovy, Visual Basic, VBA, MATLAB, Perl, GD Script. GD Script is for fucking Godot. Elixir, Scala, Delphi, Lisp, MicroPython, Zig, Erlang, Fortran, Ada, F Sharp, Okami, Gleam, Prolog, COBOL. That shit is the grandfather, the great grandfather. Mojo. 1%? Holy shit. You know how much shit still runs on COBOL in the finance industry? Well, it's not COBOL. It's shit, I forgot what it was called. I think it's COBOL. Anyways, uh, popular according to the Stack Overflow Developer Survey, coding languages in 2025. Free Python, like many languages nowadays, is developed under an open source license. It's free to install, use, and distribute. Free is good. Alright, interpreted code can be executed as soon as it's been written because it doesn't need to take a long time to compile like Java, C++, or Rust. Releasing code to production is typically faster. Why not Python? Python might not be the best choice for a project if the code needs to run fast. Okay, Python code executes very slowly, which is why performance critical applications like PC games aren't written in Python. Alright, PC games aren't written in Python. Okay. The code base will become large and complex. Due to its dynamic type system, Python code can be harder to keep clean of bugs. The application needs to be distributed directly to non-technical users. They would have to install Python in order to run your code, which would be a huge inconvenience. Whoa. The application needs to be distributed directly to non-technical users. They would have to install Python in order to run your code, which would be a huge inconvenience. Interview with Boots. Would Python be a good language for aspiring developers to learn? Why or why not? Keep chatting until Boots is satisfied with your response. What the fuck? I'm just gonna put yes. And then let's see what he says. That's a start, but I'd like to hear your reasoning. What specifically about Python makes it appealing for someone just starting their coding journey? It is easy. to read and write. Right. Good. That's one solid reason. Python's readability syntax is a big plus for newcomers. Can you think of another reason from the lesson that would make Python attractive to aspiring developers? Perhaps something related to how widely it's used. Python. This is so stupid. It's like interviewing me, I think. Python is the fourth most popular coding language. Well done. You nailed the two key points. Python is easy to read and write. Syntax makes it beginner friendly, and its popularity as the fourth most popular coding language means aspiring developers will find plenty of resources and opportunities. You successfully addressed all the points Boots wanted to hear. Okay. Why Python? Okay, I mean it's cool that they implemented this like a quiz, I guess. Print Python 2 really needs to die already. What? Python 2 versus Python 3. One thing that's important to keep in mind as you continue your Python journey is that Python's ecosystem is fragmented. Python 3 was released on December 3rd, 2008, but over a decade later, the web is still full of Python 2 dependencies, scripts, and tutorials. In this course, we use Python 3, just like any good citizen should these days. One of the most obvious breaking changes between Python 2 and 3 are the syntax for printing text to the console. Python 2, print hello world. Python 3, make sure you put those bitches in parentheses. Assignment, update the code from Python 2 to Python 3 syntax. Okay. Alright, last one. Holy shit. I thought it was gonna be more difficult, but it's just like reviewing. Fun. It's a fun quiz, I guess. Should you use Python 2 or 3? As you probably guessed, you should always use Python 3 going forward. Python 2 and 3 are similar, but Python 3 contains significant changes that are not backward compatible with 2 point whatever versions. Python 3 code is always backwards compatible with Python 2. False. Alright, course completed. You finished the Learn to Code in Python course. 37% or 37.03 to be technical of members have completed this course. So I am one of the 37 percenters. Top 37% of people that actually completed the first course. Alright, level 18. I'm almost to level 19. Learn to code in Python. April 22nd, 2026. Claim 8,000 XP. I am now level... Hold up, 23? Yeah. It is perfect fucking... perfect timing for this song. It's called In the Mood by Glenn Miller. I'm telling you, I fucking love oldies. Alright. Next! Dashboard. Alright, backend developer path. Python and Go. Learn Linux Chapter 1 Terminals and Shells. Now, when you go to their YouTube and they let's see, the playlist that they made, full courses, go there. Pause this stupid shit. When you go to the Learn Linux one right here, forgot his name. What was his name? Whatever. He in the beginning briefly explains why, like, like he knows that it's named Learn Linux, but it's more like learn how to use the command terminal. What, CTI or CTL? Command. Yeah, how do you use the fucking command terminal interface? What? Fuck. What is? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Terminals. Let's see. This one is welcome to Learn Linux. Shit. Terminals and what? Terminals and what? Terminals and shells. Okay. And then 2 is file systems, then permissions, programs, input, output, and then packages. So this one is pretty short. So if I could continue it, should I continue it right now though? Yeah, might as well. It's 17. Whatever. I should rename this fucking I'm gonna rename the damn fucking let's see. Oh, I can't do it while I'm live streaming, huh? I'm gonna rename it to Learn Linux, or yeah, some shit like that. Let's just continue. Course number 2, Learn Linux. Fuck it, let's do it. All right, welcome to Learn Linux. Welcome to Learn Linux. Admittedly, the course name is a bit of a misnomer. That's what he said. It's called Learn Linux because Linux is what most students think of regarding the concepts in the course. A more accurate title might be Learn to Use Shells and Terminals in a Unix-like environment, but that's a mouthful. Learning goals. Understand the difference between a shell and a terminal. Learn how to navigate and use the file system using the command line. Learn how to install software using the command line. Understand how to manage your path and environment variables. Learn how to manage permissions and execute programs. This course will get you comfortable working on the command line, which is a skill that's going, excuse me again, to be critical. Yeah, it is CLI right here. This course will get you comfortable working on the command line, which is a skill that's going to be critical for the rest of your career as a programmer. So instead of running code in the browser, in this course you'll get to interact with the command line interface directly on your machine. Assignment: find and open a terminal on your computer. See below for instructions. Type the following command and press enter. Echo hello world. Alright, so I guess I'll do it. I am on Arch Linux, so let me switch the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing on my whole damn computer. Here we go. Can you see? Alright. So this box in the middle is OBS. Let me put this off to the right side and minimize. Alright, so it's saying type the following command and press enter. So I'm going to open the terminal. It's console on KDE Plasma. Now let us Control Shift V, echo hello world. What? Okay. Uh, okay. So it just said echo hello world. Oh wait, how do I Shift plus? No. Is it Control plus? There we go. So you guys can see it. I'll put it right here on the right side. So type the following command and press enter. Echo hello world. I typed in, yeah, Teleco 760. I put my fucking whatever administrator name as Teleco 760 as well. So make sure you guys go to all my channels. Type in TELICO 760. Not the Arch Linux part. Okay. And then look for me on all my channels. You can find me on Instagram as well as on Steam. Alright, so I put echo hello world just like I said, and it just echoed hello world. Alright, let's put that back down. I don't think it's gonna ask me to do stuff like that again, so I'm just gonna let you guys view the browser. Alright. Alright, when you're done, answer the question. What happened when you press enter? The text hello world printed to the terminal's console. Alright, how to open a terminal on Mac. The open terminal application you can find by searching for terminal in the spotlight, the magnifying glass in the top right corner of your screen. So if you guys are on Mac, okay, on a fucking Apple laptop or PC, whatever. How to open a terminal on Windows. You open the command prompt application. You can find it by searching for command prompt in the start menu. How to open terminal on Chromebook. Chrome OS. Enable the Linux development environment by going to Setting Advanced Developers Linux Development Environment. Once installed, open the terminal application from your app launcher. How to open a terminal on Linux. If you're on Linux, I refuse to believe that you don't already know. That's funny. Yeah. I could also open the what was it? The TTYL by like Alt F1, 2, 3. They're like uh different windows of it. I guess you would be able to say. You guys can't really see it when I do it. But yeah, freaking console is I think GNOME is like the I don't know what like when I first installed Arch Linux, um, because I used a tutorial by Learn Linux TV, he put GNOME as like the style. I don't know what you call that. The style of the terminal or the formatting of the terminal. And then when I basically only installed Plasma Dash Desktop, it was so bare bones that I wasn't able to do all this, and I was trying to hurry up and get OBS Studio and all that stuff working, and the sound, everything that I needed basically. So I ended up getting Plasma Meta, which gave me everything that I needed without the bloatware. So it was the middle one. Desktop is bare bones, and I ain't nobody have time for that. So Plasma Meta, and then I think Plasma is like the whole shebang, like everything that works with it. But I don't. I just need what I need to work. Anyways, next. All right, command line versus GUI. In other Boot.Dev courses, you may have to run code by clicking a run button, but as a real developer, you'll likely run your code using line interface. Command line interface. Instead, for example, in Python, you would run a Python code like this: python main.py. What's a CLI? You'll often hear the terms terminal, shell, command line, CLI, and command prompt used interchangeably, despite some technical differences. To refer to the same thing, a program that allows you to interact with your computer in a text-based way. What is a GUI? If how I opened the fucking terminal, I used the GUI. If you don't have a technical background, you're probably used to interacting with your phone or a computer using a graphical user interface. When you use the mouse to click on fancy icons, buttons and menus, you're using the GUI. Click to hide the video. Alright, let's play the video. So let me pause this for myself so I don't get annoyed. Alright, let me turn on the desktop audio so you guys can hear. Full screen this bitch and play it. I'll be quiet. I'll try.
The words terminal, shell, command line, CLI, and command prompt are often just thrown around haphazardly by programmers. And even though the precise definitions vary slightly, we're usually talking about a program that lets you interact with your machine through text. If you're new to the command line, you're already probably familiar with GUIs, or graphical user interfaces. And a GUI is just a fancy visual interface that lets you get stuff done on your computer. Think of a Windows desktop, for example. It has menus to sift through, icons to click on, and even complex window management systems. A CLI, or command line interface, is a much simpler alternative. Instead of using complex visual buttons and menus, you interact solely through text. Want to run a program? Don't click on an icon, just type the name of the program. Want to view a file? Don't open Microsoft Word, just type a command. Now, while GUIs do have a lower barrier to entry, that is, they're often self-explanatory to use, they're also pretty limited. A command line interface is more powerful because you're not limited to the buttons and widgets that are provided by application developers. Instead, you get direct access to the lower levels of your system. As a programmer, it's non-negotiable. You need to be comfortable on a command line.
That Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking, Predator movie fucking reference. Alright, let me go back to my music. Mute for you guys. Go back to my music. Alright. Johnny Cash. Alright, to be fair, it's usually easier to teach people to use a GUI than CLI. You can simply point to things and say click here or drag this there, but GUIs do have some drawbacks. They're weak. You are given much more control over your computer through a command line interface or CLI. With the GUI, you're limited to options that the developer of the GUI has given you. They're slow. Once you know the commands to type, it's much faster to type them than to click through endless menus with the mouse. They're not as reproducible. If you want to share a set of instructions, you can just copy and paste commands without worrying about screen sizes and user preferences. They're not automatable. It's easy to write code that manipulates text as you've seen in Python, but it's much harder to write code that manipulates GUIs. They're not as cool. Okay, you will be invited to 90% fewer romantic outings if you are if you are a GUI user. Assignment: in your terminal, run the following command. Who am I? When you are done, answer the question. Alright, well, I guess I have to have my fucking GUI fucking still up. And you guys can't see it right now, so let me allow you guys to see it. Alright. So, who am I? Oh, shit. Alright, it says Telco 760. Alright. So what happened when you ran the command? The text, a dum-dum, was printed, the terminal crashed, my username was printed to the console. This is number 3. I got an email. Alright, next. I'm just gonna keep doing this because I doubt you guys are gonna want to see like what I'm doing in the background, and just in case I make a mistake, there you guys go. Alright, installing Windows subsystem. I'll just keep on doing that whenever it actually tells me to open my own terminal. I'll fucking switch the scene or the fucking whatever you guys are able to view. Installing Windows subsystem for Linux. You can skip this step if you're on macOS or Linux or already have WSL2 configured. I know the course is called Learn Linux, but if you're on Mac, it's Unix-like enough for all the lessons in this course. The built-in Windows command prompt is terrible. In my opinion, it's so bad that if you're on Windows, we're just going to have to install WSL2, Windows Subsystem for Linux and Ubuntu. This will allow you to keep using your normal Windows desktop, but also have a Linux command line operating system and file system for your programming work. So I know there was like a chatter before asking if you need to have Linux or fucking whatever to, or a different fucking program or some shit to be able to use Boot.Dev. Your question is answered here. Everything everything that is on Boot.Dev can be done through the web, but when it has to do with anything that you have to do on your own command line interface, your command, whatever, anything that has to do with bashing command line, right here, here's the instructions are part of the Boot.Dev, so everything gets explained on how you could do it for free. For free. The built-in Windows command, okay, is terrible in my opinion. This will allow you to keep using your normal Windows desktop, but also have a Linux command line operating system and file system for your programming work. Okay, it says thank you for being a great, not you, command line environment. Fuck Windows. Alright, WSL2 was a huge step forward for developers on Windows. You get a full Linux operating system and command line experience without the need of dual boot. WSL is an can you guys hear my brother vacuuming in the background? If you do, I apologize. WSL2 was a huge step forward for developers on Windows. You get a full Linux operating system and command line experience without the need of dual boot. WSL is an official Microsoft product. It won't mess up your base Windows install. You'll still be able to run Steam, although you can run Steam on Linux. I do it all the time. She. Here are a couple of things to keep in mind about WSL2. There are two versions of WSL. We will be using the latest version, version 2. The WSL2 file system is completely separate from your Windows file system. Use your normal Windows file system normally for games, documents, Windows apps, whatever. I recommend using the Linux file system for your code. Alright, so assignment. Install WSL2 in Ubuntu and get Ubuntu shell up and running. Make sure you're on Windows 10 or 11. Well, yeah, I'll show you guys. I'm just gonna fucking brag. Just showing off. Here, let me show you right here. Alright, let me. Alright, and then let me do that. Let me do this, minimize that. Alright, here's my matrix wallpaper, you guys. Now, if I want to, here's my virtual machine manager. Alright, here, let me put in my password. Just making sure I don't type something different. Alright, so you guys can see it, right? Virtual Machine Manager, I have Kemu and KVM to help have Windows 10. I know it says Windows 10. I think he installed Windows. Well, no, it is Windows 10. I downloaded it for free or installed it within my virtual machine, and then I could open it, press play, and then it loads in. Tiano Core Open Platform Firmware, whatever. Whenever I do open it, though, it takes about half my RAM. I should still be okay. streaming this, but there you go. I got my Windows. It's also Teleco 760. So go in here. Uh, uh, all right, and then it goes in like Windows 10, normal. All right, and then opt out of backup. Skip for now. And then I have my Windows fucking 10 right here, desktop. So I have a computer within a computer. Okay, it's a virtual machine. Anything that happens here doesn't really fuck up my Arch Linux. Updating Steam? No, no, cancel, cancel, cancel. I downloaded Steam. I should uninstall it on here because it doesn't work really well. So I just anything that doesn't work natively with Arch Linux and Steam OS, then I just don't play it. There's like stupid ass games like Fortnite, whatever with kernel level anti cheats. Basically, those games I don't even play because it's boring to play those games. To be honest, it's super repetitive. I need a good story or a mission. I need like objective. Anyways, I have it for any computer science courses that I take that needs like a window based like Visual Studio. I could open it here. All right. So if you already have Arch, not Arch, but if you haven't Linux installed already, like they said, you could skip it. Or Mac OS, you could skip. But here, let me give you an assignment. An assignment. Machine learning MASM. I like for sure. I needed to have Microsoft Visual Studio on Windows 10 to be able to use this. For example, this I had to take like screenshots of this shit. So after I fucking ran something, it's gonna take a while, and then press any key to continue. Yeah. Anyways, for this assignment, I had to do the debug. I had to uh, start debugging, but I had to like stop it at a certain point. I had to take pictures of like the registers. I had to make sure I had certain things on my watch list and memory, just so that they could see like what it's doing on each step. And then right here you could put, yeah, this is not important for you guys, but it's just like all my anything that has to do with like school that needed like Windows 10 and Microsoft Visual Studio, then this is why I have it set up on my PC. Anyways, I can update it as much as Windows 10 can be updated. I don't like Windows 11, so I'm not gonna even try to do that one. But I could turn off, shut down the PC, just like normal, right? It's just an operating system, you guys. It just runs off of Kemu KVM virtual machine. Alright, now it's all black. Alright, so now I exit. And there we go. That's my virtual machine. Enough showing off, you guys. Now let's get back to the what we were actually supposed to do, right? Properties, open selector. You guys can see that application or that window. Anyways, make sure you're on Windows 10 or 11. These directions are inadequate for Windows versions less below 10. If you are an older version, please upgrade. Your life is as a developer will not be fun if you're on an older version of Windows. Okay, run Windows Update. Click on the Start menu. By typing Windows Update, you should see that a program called Windows Update Settings. Open that. Click check for updates. This is just for someone who knows nothing about fucking computers, click check for updates, and if there are any updates, install them, restart the computer over and over, and repeat until you're good to go. There's no more updates. Open the Windows command prompt and install WSL. Alright, so click on the start menu to begin. Type command.exe, cmd.exe. You should see a program called command prompt. Right click on it and select run as administrator. This is for Windows again. Type WSL. If you guys don't care about any of this shit, skip ahead until like I answered the question. Have you completed the step? I'm just gonna put yes. And skip ahead till I'm on lesson 4. Type WSL, install the prompt, and press enter. This will also install Ubuntu by default. It should bring up the Ubuntu window, but if you didn't, you can search for Ubuntu program in the start menu and launch it. Configure Ubuntu window will prompt you to enter a username password which may not appear. When typed, make sure you remember these. These are the credentials for your Linux user later when you need to enter a password for certain commands. You'll need to re-enter this password. Note, by default, Ubuntu only accepts usernames in lowercase. In the future, to open Ubuntu, just use the Ubuntu app in the start menu and launch it. Once you're logged in, you should see a command prompt. Go ahead and type echo hello world. You guys already saw me do that. You should see the text hello world printed to the console. If you do, you're good to go. Move on to the next step, troubleshooting. Here is a link to the official WSL installation guide. Okay. Microsoft Build 2026, how to install Linux on Windows. Let me put that to 200%. Alright. How to install Linux on Windows with WSL. And then just follow all the instructions. For this course, you're gonna have to do it, so might as well. Take a look and see if you missed any steps. If Ubuntu was not installed by default, you can install it manually by running wsl -s install space dash d space Ubuntu. Make sure that the spacings are correct. Alright. The spacings are extremely important, especially on the command line. Seeing error, a required feature is not installed. To fix this, you will need to enable Hyper-V virtualization. You can find this in your Windows features. You will need both Hyper-V management tools and Hyper-V platform enabled. You may also need to enable virtualization in your BIOS. You may have to restart your computer after installing WSL for changes to take effect, and then ask Boot.Dev Discord if you're still having trouble with WSL. Alright, now Hyper-V virtualization and stuff like that. In community college, I did take some cybersecurity classes. I've taken about 3 of them, and I learned a bunch of stuff to be able to, well, I say learned, kind of forgot a lot of that stuff, but whatever, I could review it and then I'll learn it faster and quicker the next time. Anyways, I took 3 classes on cybersecurity for the certificate of getting cybersecurity through community college. There's no associate's degree for cybersecurity. There's no bachelor's degree for cybersecurity. It's just all under the umbrella of computer science, associate's degree or bachelor's degree or computer engineering degree. There's at least not in the universities here in California, I believe. You don't even need to be in school for that long. So if you guys are trying to get into cybersecurity, a cybersecurity certificate is good enough. It might take you, you might actually get it before, what's it called? There might be actually an associate's degree. Let me kind of go on a tangent right here. Uh, this is the college, one of the 4 colleges in the district. Let's go to Consumers River College. I took most of my classes there. I took online classes on the other sister brother colleges, whatever, within the Los Rios Community College District. Let's see, academics, programs, majors. Let me just go. There's no cybersecurity one, right? Computer Information Science Associate's degree and certificates right here. Degree certificates, associates in computer science. So there is an associates in cybersecurity and information assurance. So I was taking some classes that are specifically for this, but I wasn't going for the associate's degree. I should be able to have the associate's degree in computer science. I just gotta update my fucking transcripts and all that stuff. But it's kind of redundant. I'm going for a computer engineering bachelor's degree, and that supersedes an associate's degree. And I could always do that later on. Associate's degree in computer science. Now let's go down to the fucking certificates right here. Certificates. Computer. No. No. Where's the cybersecurity one? Cybersecurity. No. No. Cyber defense? No. Cybersecurity certificate. Here we go. Alright. So this certificate. Here's the requirements to it. I've taken 360. I took 310. I believe 303. And then that's pretty much it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more classes, and I could get the certificate if and when I ever go back to fucking community college, which I probably will not, because it's not necessary. Anyways, I did information and communication technology essentials, introduction to computer info science, network administration, Linux server. This stuff had to, I don't know, CompTIA certification. There, that's what I was thinking of. Apparently after taking, I forgot which class was it, 360 or 310. We basically go over everything enough for you to be able to try to take the CompTIA certification exam. You just have to pay for it, and then you'll get it. Um, Anyways, where was I? Let's continue. All right, what is a terminal? Let's see. This goes up to 10. So it goes over a few stuff, I think. What is a terminal? What is a shell? Variables history, navigate history 2 again. Terminal alternatives. All right, what is a terminal? As we talked about, the terms shell, CLI, and terminal are often used to refer to the same thing, a program for issuing text-based commands. Nice retro fucking computer. But to get pedantic, the terminal is just one specific part of that program. Historically, the word terminal meant a physical device that you could type commands into, essentially a keyboard and a screen. These days, when we say terminal, we really mean terminal emulator. A terminal emulator is a program that emulates a physical terminal. It's a program that lets you type commands into a window on your computer. Which commands you're able to use isn't determined by the terminal emulator, but by the shell, which we'll talk about later. Your terminal emulator is just responsible for drawing text on the screen and processing your keystrokes. Alright, a terminal or terminal emulator is a text-based operating system. No. Is a set of commands that can be used to control a computer. Maybe. Is a program that accepts text-based commands and can render text on screen. Is a freshly baked Raspberry Pi. So it's definitely not number 4. Alright. It says a terminal emulator is a program that emulates a physical terminal. It's a program that lets you type commands into a window onto your computer. So text-based operating system is not it either. So it's either 2 or 3. Is a set of commands that can be used to control the computer. So it's not a set of commands. You put set of commands into the terminal. So it's 3. Alright. What is a shell? So, if your terminal is just a program that lets you issue text-based commands and renders the output of those commands, what is the program that runs those commands? That is a shell. Okay. Shells do a lot of things, but their main job is to interpret the commands you type and execute them. REPL, REPL. Shells are often referred to as REPLs. REPL stands for read, evaluate, print, and loop. This is a fancy way of saying that shells are programs that read commands that you type, evaluate those commands usually by running other programs on your computer, print the output of the commands, give you a new prompt to type another command, and repeat. Assignment. This is a new kind of lesson. You'll simply type your answer into the text box on the right. The only interaction is submitting your answer to be checked. Alright, in your own shell, in another window, not the text box on the right, run the command, the following command. expr 123456 plus 7890. So it's just gonna do math. Expression expr. If you're on Windows, use your WSL Ubuntu shell for this and all future lessons. Paste the output of that command into the text box to the right. Tip. If you're confused about prompts versus outputs, here's a quick explanation. Wags Lane at MacBook Pro, whatever. This is like his fucking title or whatever. The PC, the user fucking name. Echo hello world hello hello. And then okay. So echo hello and it says hello. Okay. In the example above, I started with an empty prompt and typed echo hello and pressed enter. The shell ran the command and printed the output hello. Finally, it gave me a new prompt to type another command. So the next prompt is just like letting you know, hey, user, I'm waiting for a command. Type something else. Now, let's copy this. And I'm going to show you on my, let's see if it works. Open my fucking console. Now just open everything. No. Go back. Okay, there we go. What if I accidentally cut my stream off? Stupid. Alright, anyways, now on the command terminal you can't put control fucking V. Like you can't control paste. You have to control shift and then press V, or control shift and then copy on the terminal. If like yeah. I learned that by like going back and forth on ChatGPT and the terminal and shit to do stuff. So control shift V. Then I can actually control paste. Okay, just making sure it didn't freeze on me, because they're like highlighted. Alright, there we go. Enter. It said 13146. So it just added it together. It did math. It's able to do math for you. Paste that. Submit. There, that's it. All right. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll keep it like this. I have everything like there's not that many. I mean, there isn't any bloatware on here, and now I doubt I'm gonna get any like important shit that pops up. It's just if I accidentally stream something inappropriate, I don't know what's gonna come up. I doubt anything will come up, but I don't know. Fucking, you never know. Everything is so sensitive nowadays. Anywho, variables. If you're using Ubuntu on WSL, you're probably running a bash shell. A bash shell. If you're using macOS, you're probably running the ZSH shell. If you're on running full Linux, I pray you already know what you're using. Bash. I'm using Bash. Uh, See that up there? It says bash dash console. Console is just like the window and how it looks like, and like I don't know. I'm gonna try out maybe NeoVim. Um, but I might not. I might not. It's like I'm not gonna get paid to do that stuff, and I'm already giving myself too many projects to do. So no. I maybe later on in the future. Um, the point is that you're probably using Bash. I'm using Bash or ZSH, and for the purposes of this course, they're basically the same. Both Bash and ZSH are shells that they also happen to be powerful programming languages. They have variables, functions, loops, and more. That said, only crazy people write large programs in shell languages. Shells are optimized for running other programs and writing small scripts, not for writing large applications. Alright, create a variable. Name equals lane. Okay, notice there are no spaces in between the variable and name. Okay, so no spaces. Assignment operator equals and the value lane. Use a variable starting a line with the $ symbol is a convention to show it's a shell prompt, and it should not be typed. The actual command is uh, echo $name. So $echo $name. Alright, so not this. Unlike Python, where you can just use the variable's name in your shell, you need to prefix the variable with a $ to use it. Else, it would just print name instead of the value. Alright? Interpolate or variable in a string. $echo hello, $name, hello lane. Alright. So, it's really just that easy. Assignment. For the rest of this course, you'll be a forensic developer hired by the fictional World Bank to investigate a security breach. Like most mega corporations, they don't know what they're doing. True. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Excuse me again. Like most mega corporations, they don't know what they're doing, but they're happy to overpay you to come in so that they can say a third-party expert has reviewed their systems. Turns out, you're not an expert, but you're happy to learn on someone else's dime. So why not jump at the opportunity, right? Anyhow, you'll be using your terminal and shell to traverse files, manipulate text, run programs, and investigate suspicious activity. Alright, set the following 3 variables in your shell. Alright, let me just make sure you guys can view it. Alright, you should be able to view it. Alright. Sorry, I had to look at my Twitch just to make sure it's bringing that up. Alright. I'm gonna actually put clear. Oh, CLR. No, wait. Just type in clear. There we go. It just clears everything. Set the following 3 variables in your shell. Bank name. This is my time to fucking practice using this split ergonomic keyboard, the Glove 80. Bank name equals fucking capital W, World Bank, BANC. Okay. Oh, delete that, and there we go. World Bank. Set the following 3 variables in your shell. Founded 19. Hmm. There we go. Bank name is World Bank. Founded equals 1969. CEO Jeff Gates. Write and execute a command that will print the following using echo. Write and execute a command. Okay. Write and execute a command that will print the following using echo and the dynamic variables you just set. World Bank was founded in 1969 by Jeff Gates. Paste the entire command that generated the correct output into the text. Tip. Certain Windows versions may not let you paste into the command line. See how to enable Control-Shift-V. Alright, actually let me just fucking do this. Instead of typing it. Fuck it. Fuck the typing practice. Control-Shift-V. Alright. Now let me see. Bank name equals that. Bank name equals this. Founded equals that. CEO equals. Okay. Write and execute a command that will print the following using echo and the dynamic variable you set. Paste the entire command that generated the correct output. So I'm just gonna put fucking echo. World Bank was echo $sign bank name. Space. Let's see. Was founded in, and then I put the $sign fucking founded. By Jeff, put by, and then I put $sign. CEO. Now, because bank name equals World Bank, it says World Bank was founded in 1969 by Jeff Gates. World Bank was founded in 1969 by Jeff Gates. So this was the prompt right here. This is what I have to put into that. Copy and put it right now. Submit, and it worked. Now, if you guys know it's gonna work, then you guys just straight up just type it into this right here, this box. But if you guys don't know what it's gonna do, then yeah, try it out on your terminal. Alright, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go, and we'll be done with the Learn Linux, right? Now, whenever I say, let me check how much time I've been streaming, in my streaming box right here for the OBS, I go to the bottom, and I can see I've been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes. So I could stop right here and then start again on a next stream, or just keep going. I think I'm just gonna keep going until I finish learn this chapter. Yeah, at least chapter 1. And then I'm gonna rename this shit on at least YouTube. I'm gonna rename it to Learn Linux episode, or from gamer to engineer, learning Linux on Boot.Dev #1. I'm gonna rename this video to that one, cause might as well. All right, history. When you're working with REPL, it's really helpful to be able to run the commands you've typed in the past. That's why you can easily rerun them or copy and paste them into a script. To print out the history of the commands you've typed in your shell, you can use the history command. Alright, just type in history. Oh shit. Yep, these are all the commands that I fucking used. But recently, I think is the very bottom one right here. Uh, from 501 to the bottom. Alright, assignment. In your shell, set two variables. Department to engineering. Team to ops. Use echo to print the following message using this department and team variables. I work in engineering on ops. Run history command and paste its full output into the text field, including the variables you set and the final echo command. Okay. So let me clear. Alright, in your shell, set two variables. Team. Um, okay, fuck, how did I do it? How did I do it? Let's see. I did it like this. CEO equals that. Okay. So I'm gonna put department. No space equals fucking. Now, did I have to? Let me go backwards just for a bit. Name lane, echo that. So I'm gonna have to do, yeah, in quotes. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, department. In your shell, set two variables, department to engineering. Lowercase, and okay. Uh, and then team to ops, team equals fucking OPS, OPP, you know me, ops. Okay. Why did it do that arrow thing? Use the echo to print the following message. Echo fucking. I think I'm probably doing it wrong. I don't think a fucking arrow was supposed to come out. A dollar sign was supposed to come out. So echo fucking. I'm gonna test it out by echoing department. Shit. I have to put the dollar sign before there. Dollar sign. Yeah. Let me How do I go back? Shit. All right. I'll just close it. Reopen it. Yeah. All right. Let me go back to. Hmm. Department. All right. There we go. Now it worked. I'll just do it that way. Go up. Then let's delete everything before team. Team equals ops. What? That's why I fucked up. Because I forgot the little code over here. So, how do I fucking... I still don't know how to exit. Home? Nope. Jesus. Let me close this shit again. Reopen it. That's why it's important to fucking write it down carefully. Alright, so team equals ops. I forgot that. There we go. I did that one and that. Alright. Go back to this one. Alright, so in your shell set two variables. I did that. Now it says use echo to print the following message using the $sign department and $sign team variables. I work in engineering on ops. So I have to put echo. Here, let me go back. Echo. I work in $sign dep $sign department. Shit. On ops. On $sign team. Alright, I work in ops. I work in ops. I work in. So why was department not fucking. Hmm. Department equals fucking. Engineering. Now let me echo fucking that. I work in engineering on ops. There we go. Run the history command and paste its full output into the text field, including the variables you set in the final echo. Okay, so now let's go to history. Alright, it says run the history command, paste command and paste the full output onto the text field, including the variables you set in the final echo command. Alright. Alright, so even it wants to even know the mistakes, huh? I guess I'll fucking type in everything. Paste. There we go. So department, even the mistakes that I did up here. Echo department, clear department, engineering team ops. It's just looking for whatever's correct. Alright. Now let me clear this bitch again. Fucking. Navigate history. You'll often want to rerun a command. You could just type it out again. But assuming you don't have the WPM and the Primeagen, that's pain. Okay, arrow keys. You can use the up and down arrows to quickly cycle through your command history. Focus on terminal window and use the up arrow to cycle through your command history. If you recently restarted your shell, then type a few commands first, like echo hello, echo world. Once you cycle back through the history with the up arrow, you can use the down arrow to cycle back to the most recent command. Clear. If your terminal is feeling cluttered, with text, you can clear it with the clear command or by pressing Control L. Control L is the other one I was thinking of. Alright, so let me go to history. History, and then I'm gonna put Control L. Yep, it works the same. Alright, Control L. So I don't have to type clear. Alright, the what arrow goes back in your history? The up arrow. The down arrow goes forward. Yep. Alright, navigate history. Same shit. The clear command clears the terminal screen, which is terminal alternative. So far, you've been likely working on the default terminal that came with your operating system, and that's fine. However, there are other options, and I want you to highlight a couple of them just in case you want to check them out, but you don't have to. Editor IDE built-in terminals. Most text editors for developers have a built-in terminal. For example, VS Code, Zed, and Cursor are popular text editors that also have a built-in terminal. While I do use Zed's terminal for most of my coding work in this course, I do not recommend using a built-in terminal because we don't need the extra text editor features. Ghosty is a very new terminal emulator that differentiates itself by being fast, feature-rich, and native. It's a great option if you love to customize and want a modern, fast, and feature-rich terminal. Alacrity is another popular terminal emulator that is known for its speed and extensibility. Before Ghosty, Alacrity was the go-to terminal for many developers who wanted a fast and customizable terminal. Windows Terminal is the terminal emulator for Windows. Use the command.exe program setting to change the default terminal. Be sure to start WSL whenever you open the new terminal window. Okay, let me click on Ghosty. Ghosty is a fast, feature-rich platform. Okay, I could download it. Native UI and GPU acceleration. Alacrity. Okay. Takes me to GitHub. Alright, which is not a terminal emulator. Ubuntu. I earned a chest. Let's see. Achievement earned. Role pupil. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm a pupil now. You're in the lead in your league. Sharpshooter spree 15. Okay, chest earned. Open. I got 2 gems and 1 XP potion. Achievement unlocked. Sharpshooter goal complete 6 sharpshooter sprees. 49.69% of members have earned this achievement. Alright, so I'm the top like 50%. Role unlocked. Pupil reach level 20. 53% or 53.65% of members have earned this achievement. Now you now have access to the pupil lounge in the community Discord. Okay. I'm in the leaderboard. Top daily learner. Yay. That's how they got up here, because they fucking finished the course and they leveled up a shit ton. Alright, you're in position 1 of 25 league members. I thought it was like, because they were locked on. Well, technically, yeah. They were locked in and fucking doing a shit ton of them. You're in position 1. Look at me. I am the captain now. You're in position 3 of 25 league members. Alright. Reason and Shane are above me. Ooh, I'm close to Shane. I'm close. Alright, dashboard. I'm almost done with the first one. This is the last one? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Oh, wait, what? No, that is chapter 1. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm on the last one. Okay. Which is not a terminal. Okay. Ubuntu. Next. Oh, so I am on chapter 2 file systems. Duh. Okay. So I am pretty much done for this stream. So I did the quiz for learn to code in Python, right? I clicked on that and it took me to learn to code in Python. Start the course to do it again. Chapter list. This is what I did. So I did the quiz and I did chapter 1 lesson 1 of learn Linux right here. So what is this? Reset course progress? Okay. I could do that. Learn Linux 10 out of 66. File system permissions, programs, input, output, and packages. Alright, this is just a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna be doing on in my terminal. So let me just do this real quick. So I don't forget. So you guys can only look at the screen capture through Pipewire, which is basically just whichever window I choose that you guys can view. Alright. Alright, that's gonna be it for the stream. You guys know what to do. Subscribe. Give me them likes or whatever if you're on YouTube. Yeah! I'm gonna take a break. I'll probably be on later. I really... Every time I say I want to play a video game, but then... Because this shit is addicting to be able to progress through it, and it is technically a game. So I'm playing this game and learning shit, which is good, or stuff that I already knew but I'm reviewing, so it's good. It's good. You guys know what to do. I'm streaming on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Kick. Subscribe. Search for Telco760 on all 4 of those. Subscribe and follow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.